Hi, I'm Greg Benevent, and I'm very happy to be here at Glendora Recovery Center talking to Amy. How you doing today, Amy?
I'm doing really good. Nice to meet you too.
It's good to meet you, Amy. So, just if you could tell us a bit about how the intake process works here at Glendora Recovery Center in terms of the insurance that people have to have when they reach out, how all of that works here.
Absolutely. So normally somebody gives us a call. They're reaching out for help. Sometimes it's a family member that's reaching out, or it's the individual, and they know that they have an issue and they want to get help. So one of the very first things that we have to we need to ask is, what kind of coverage do they have?
Okay.
So here at Glendora Recovery Center, we do accept most major insurance policies. And we're in network with a few. So we take the PPO and the HMO. I just want the community and everybody to know that if you have insurance and don't have insurance, you can still give us a call. We will keep you on the line and we will get you to a safe place. There are so many families out there that really, really want help and they just don't know where to start. Yeah, but here at Glendora Recovery Center, so for example, let's say that you're calling for yourself, right? Sure. So I would ask you a few questions, and this sounds like a program. You might ask about program and things like that I'm sure the staff has told you how the programs actually work during the day.
Yes.
So, and I would ask you for you to submit your insurance information, both the front and the back of the card, which seems kind of odd to the people on the other the phone, like why the back? But it's so important because it has all the contact information in there.
Okay.
So the very first thing that we have to do is we have to verify your benefits. It's called a VOB.
Okay.
So what we want to do is we send it in and then we verify the benefits to make sure that you have mental health coverage and substance abuse coverage.
Okay.
Not all policies cover mental health and substance abuse, unfortunately. But the majority of them do. We are in contract and network with Aetna and with Cigna. And Aetna and Cigna are really known for mental health and substance abuse, and they really, they're good insurance companies. We have a contract with them, which is really good. If somebody doesn't have insurance, there's other programs out there that I can definitely point them in the right direction. Right. There are rehabs out there that we can get them into treatment if they're Medi-Cal. Because I've had people ask, this is only for rich people. And honestly, when you really look at high-end treatment centers, it appears to be that way, right?
Yes.
But there's a lot of treatment centers too that will do scholarships to kind of offset for somebody who's really, really serious about treatment. Okay. So if I have somebody on the line and they don't have insurance, and after an interview process, I can tell if they're really serious and they want to change their life, and I will scholarship them. Absolutely. Absolutely. So. And insurance isn't the way that it used to be. It really doesn't pay the way it used to pay in this industry just 5-10 years ago. So it's difficult for a lot of treatment centers. So we have to look at other avenues and how we can reach, in my opinion, our most vulnerable population. For sure. Nobody asks for this disease. And if it's coupled with mental health, with what we call co-occurring disorder, it's very, very serious. But those that are covered by insurance, they get really good treatment. So they start, and also, if somebody's calling, they need detox or residential, we have sister companies and I can place them same day.
Great.
Yeah, so we don't have to suffer and we don't have to struggle when we make that decision. I know if you're picking up the phone to call me, it's probably one of the toughest calls you've ever made. Right. Reaching out.
Certainly.
Yeah.
You mentioned the many different programs here at Glendora Recovery Center. If you could tell us a bit more about the court-approved programs and how some of those work.
Absolutely. So I've been in this industry for 23 years now.
Wow.
Yeah. So we do criminal defense alternative sentencing.
Okay.
So for example, somebody really might, maybe they're on probation and they pick up a violation. Okay. And maybe they had a drunk in public and then they're on probation and they needed to go to treatment, go to some meetings, but they just don't know why they can't stop drinking because they haven't really received treatment. Let's say they're driving a car now and they get a DUI. Well, that's an automatic violation. Right. So they would come here. We're a specialist, just like if somebody had cancer, you go to an oncologist. Right. If you have diabetes, you go to a diabetes specialist. Yes. If you got to learn how to quit drinking and using drugs, you come to a drug and alcohol place, and we're a specialist, right? So what we do is we'll go in and I'll work with the judges, the district attorneys, their private attorneys, the prosecutor, and then we get a diagnosis for them.
Gotcha.
And in order to get that diagnosis, then we put together a treatment plan for them. That treatment plan can go anywhere from 6 months to 9 months to 1 year, up to 18 years.
Whoa.
I just had a young man just today come to say thank you. He just finished 3 years of mental health diversion instead of going to prison. And what the judge did was this young man this was going to be his 3rd strike.
Oh, geez.
So when you have a strike, you automatically have time just on the strike,
just
in
in
addition to the new violation. But this judge, with having the support that he had with this team, she made a decision that she was going to hold that last strike. And she just got rid of it. He's completely successfully completed. She congratulated him. She congratulated the entire team. And you know, you think that they would leave, and I just ran into him in the hallway today to congratulate him. Absolutely, 3 years, no jail time.
Wow.
No jail time. He's clean. He's sober. His mental health is stable. You know, he's adjusted. He's a good member of our society. He's working at a law firm. He's attending church. He attends meetings. Like, you know, those are the miracles. So even our law enforcement, the judges, you know, prosecutors, probation officers. I have a slew of probation officers I've worked with, a slew of criminal defense attorneys I've worked with, family law, you know, you know, watching families reunite, you know. Sometimes a husband, you know, maybe just hypothetically, let's say wife has got full-blown alcoholism and hubby comes home every day and, you know, he's having a difficult time trying to get her to get help. And, you know, so even family members will reach out to us, but maybe he goes down to the family court and he, you know, files that he gets full custody of those kids. And sometimes those consequences will lead maybe the wife to get sober, you know?
Right,
yeah, so we work with criminal court, probation. We have federal cases, misdemeanors. So the criminal defense alternative sentencing is a wonderful program and great opportunity. You know, with people with substance abuse issues, there tends to be, you know, really bad behaviors, right? Liars, cheaters, thieves.
Certainly.
Yeah, selfish, self-centered, manipulative, you know, taking the easier, softer way so they think it's not, you know, but they get to come here and reset, live 2 lifestyles in 1 lifetime. We also have a contract with Amity and Stop Foundation. So we serve the population, the prison population, those that have been incarcerated for 20, 30 years. They actually go through a program, it's called Impact, while they're in prison, and it sets them up, and then they get to meet with the Amity, and they're called students. But what we do is we place them for housing, sober living, and in order to have sober living, they have to have 2 process groups, an education group, and meet with their counselor weekly and submit random drug testing at home and here. And to watch these people get released and not know how to operate a cell phone.
Right, yeah.
It's just even the basics.
Yeah, that
right?
would be.
Or housing. You know, there's no unemployment. They've been locked up, you know.
Right.
This population is so thankful.
I bet.
Their gratitude. And they're on time and they're present and they're just thankful. And to watch these men and women turn in their numbers and to actually be free for the first time in their lives, some of them since they were 14 years old.
Oh, geez.
Some, you know, it depends on, of course,
right,
the
exactly.
crime happened. Yeah,
incarcerated.
absolutely.
Wow. Well, that's amazing. I mean, you mentioned the different programs. You mentioned, you know, problems arising earlier in a person's life. I understand that Glendora Recovery Center also has a teen program. If you could tell us a bit about that as well.
Absolutely. So I myself is a recovered addict, alcoholic. There is no difference between an addict and an alcoholic. It is untreated alcoholism. It's just the substance. I was addicted at age 14. I was a competition cheerleader and I was playing sports. My dad, I was also a softball player, and you know, somebody introduced me to a highly addictive drug. And you know, I was addicted at 14, and unfortunately I went through immense trauma. And you know, my parents really wanted to help me. And you know, the help that was out there for me, I never connected. I never quite understood. So it was always my dream, hope, and desire, and God has just put it in me to offer the same services, mental health and substance abuse, to our adolescents. So currently, right now, what we're doing, I just left an interview with an intake with mom and dad.
Okay.
And they do attend 12-step meetings once a week because they're actually going through the process day by day here. Not only are they getting drug and alcohol education, prevention, awareness, substance abuse treating, they're also getting family therapy with the therapist, their counselor, and they also have an opportunity to catch up in school here. So they have independent study, they have classrooms, we have tutors to support them. So it's just a great opportunity for them to hopefully in a very short period of time be able to return to school. And they're gonna have the ability to be able to say no because they understand what they suffer from today. And to see these young people actually receive recovery and comprehend it is my greatest gift. And I'm so thankful for it. And I really want the teen program to grow. What I'm offering here is what I was hoped to have been offered to me when I was their age.
If someone's struggling with addiction and happens to come across this video, what would you say to them?
You don't have to suffer anymore. Pick up the phone, we found a way out. I have a very loving team here. It makes me very emotional. You have a disease that you didn't ask for. Same thing when somebody gets cancer, right? The whole family, everybody's affected. Same thing with untreated alcoholism and mental health and substance abuse. The whole family's affected, but unfortunately because of the stigma of alcoholism, the families don't know how to handle it. It appears that we're crazy, and really what we suffer from is absolute powerlessness. You do not have to do this anymore. I have a very loving team. If I don't answer the phone, Michaela or Dean or somebody else will. We've actually been where you are. That's one of the reasons why I love the staff here at Glendora Recovery Center. My entire team works a 12-step program themselves. So whatever you're experiencing today, I promise you, you're not alone. And that if I haven't experienced what you're experiencing, Dean or Amanda or Haley or Bailey or somebody on the team has, you don't need to suffer anymore. Pick up the phone, we're here to help. And we care a lot. And it doesn't matter, again, if you have insurance or don't have insurance, we're here to help. Give us a call.